All right. Hello, everybody. Hey, this is Dave Higgins coming to you live. Thank you for hanging out today, tonight, this afternoon. Just depends on where you're at in this awesome world we live in. We got our audio checks in. We got everything rolling very well. So listen, we're going to share some great content today. For those who don't know, I've been reading this amazing book, How Rich People Think. It is so impactful. Our amazing mentors and leadership in Wealth Builders Worldwide recommended this amazing book. We have several financially free people along with millionaires that recommended this amazing book, and it's definitely impacting my thinking. There was a phrase that I heard and continue to just keep jumping out at me on the pages, so I have to share that thought process with you. But first, we're going to hear a little bit from the author of this amazing book. I'm going to pull up a short little video so that you can kind of start gleaning into his thought process. He took over 25 years and interviewed millionaires, successful individuals, high performers, and now he's whittling that down and making it very simple to comprehend the different thought processes between average thinkers and high achievers, right? So that's what we're chatting about today, tonight, this afternoon. So let's go ahead and pull up this amazing video from the author himself, Steven Siebold, okay?
Are working double shifts and long. And you're saying that being rich is all about what's in your brain and your mindset and how you think. And that may be a tough pill for a lot of people to swallow.
Yeah, it really starts with the way you think. It's really about seeing money through the eyes of abundance and freedom and just unlimited opportunity as opposed to fear and scarcity. I think that's where most of us are trained and kind of brainwashed, if you will, to think about money.
Give us an example of that. How does a rich person look at money? What do they see? They see
lots of it.
And just available out there in the universe?
It's everywhere, especially with the recession. We have total chaos in the economy all over the world, world economy.
So they see opportunity.
They see opportunity because there's all these problems. Because where there's chaos, there's opportunity to solve problems,
and
to make money.
And what does a struggling person see?
Well, I think more fear. Oh, well, what if I can't get a job?
Yeah.
What if I lose my job? What if I get to pay, if I get fired?
But how do you get over the fear?
It's a big leap. I think you've got to expand your consciousness of your thinking by getting around how rich people think. That's why I wrote the book, honestly.
Okay, so if I'm a person, I'm working a job, I'm barely able to pay my bills, and people are saying save money. And I know that there's not money to save. I'm just barely making it. How is that person supposed to take something from your book? What should they be doing?
I would say focus on earning. Saving is great, but if you're making $50,000 a year, how much can you save?
Much to save.
You're never going to live to be 300 years old to be rich. I mean, focus on earning. That's what the wealthy do.
Then how can they earn if they can't get a good job?
Well, because looking for problems to solve. I mean, there's 3 million millionaires in the United States alone, right? They are the biggest buyer of personal services and products in the world.
So become indispensable in some way to somebody?
Absolutely, we'll help them. I mean, you could start a pool service, a lawn care service, a network marketing business, a real estate business, an insurance, anything.
You know what he just said? I'm going to bring it on Monday as my favorite thing. My friend Jackie, who does my nails, her family, they're amazing Italian family with the greatest sauce in the world. They started their own restaurant and foods now called Wise Guys. And it's fantastic. And they're making a new living at it.
It's the story of America. This is what built this country.
I'm going to bring you the sauce on Monday. It's awesome.
No wine, but sauce.
Yeah. No.
Different kind of sauce.
I like the wine better. I'm just thinking.
Yeah, like sauce for a month.
Yeah, that's
no sauce.
What are some other things that people can do? Just practical takeaway things. You say saving is impractical because you really can't do it. You say look for a job that fits into someone else's world that you can make some money off of. But what's something else someone could take away and do?
Well, I would look at your skill sets, look at your education, your passions, your interests, and then say, what problem could I solve with the skills, passions, and interests that I currently have? And then look to those problems and see if you can start a business or start a service company and solving those problems. It's really that simple. It's not complicated.
But are you really saying if I think I'm a failure, I will be a failure?
Absolutely.
And the value of positive thinking, it is important.
Sure.
Your mindset is important.
Okay.
Even though it doesn't
No,
like you. I'm kidding.
I like your fun.
Ooh. All right. So she mentioned some things. Mindset is important. And he mentioned, of course, really just digging in on, he recommended some industries. Of course, we're within one of those amazing industries called referral marketing. And it's just actually just one slice of how we build wealth within GS Partners. But I want to get back to this phrase right here that just continues to just jump out at me. And it's jumping out from the book. Okay. It's jumping out from the book. and How Rich People Think. So definitely, I would highly recommend this book. It's very, very eye-opening because throughout the whole book, he's talking about high achievers. He's talking about financially free individuals. He's talking about successful people. And you have an outline and you have a contrast of what middle class people think. And then he contrasts it with a different thought that successful high achievers and financially free independent millionaire status people think. And you have those two thought processes laid out there for you to observe, and then also makes you think. Okay, it makes you think. If you have not reached out to getting or hearing the book Think and Grow Rich, you definitely want to acquire that book as soon as possible. It is free on YouTube, all over YouTube, so you definitely want to start hearing that type of information. But habits of thought, right? Habits of thought. What are you thinking day to day? What are you thinking moment to moment? What are you thinking while you're interacting with people, right? If you're doing something for business, are you interacting with someone, but your thought process is somewhere else? Where are you? I love how our mentor, Mr. Delco, said, where are you? During one of our meetings, are you actively here in the meeting or are you thinking about something else, right? So those habits of thoughts, you could be disengaged, right? So you're not going to receive the same information that someone who's actually paying attention and engaged is, right? And those habits of thought go throughout your day to day. What are you thinking day to day? You have to, everybody under the sound of my voice, you have to examine your habits of thought. You have to challenge yourself, right? So here's one of the things that he said in the book, and it's challenging me as I listen to it and read it. And we know that there's some information that we've been given that might not line up with being successful because we're surrounded by people who might be middle class or not as successful as we aspire to be, right? So if we want to make that shift, we have to be self-aware of certain things that are going on. So I love this question. Do you have any negative beliefs about money, right? Or rich people that might be impeding your progress towards getting rich? Brutal honesty. Yes, I do. And this book is sharing and showing more and more of that, along with Think and Go Rich, along with The Richest Man in Babylon, along with other amazing books. They're showing me more and more, oh, where did I pick up this thought from, right? Habits of thought. Where is that thought coming from? Most of the thoughts we have, guys, unfortunately, have been passed down to us. They're not individual or independent thoughts. They've been given to us either from friends, family, or society. So we want to make that shift to actually think on our own. I know that sounds crazy. What? You might be X amount old. It doesn't matter your age. There's certain habits of thought that you want to continue to challenge as often as possible. The best way I know for people to challenge their habits of thought is to actually tap into reading the right books and surrounding yourself with the right people. Why do I mention that? Is because world-class thinkers have certain things that they do. One of the things he says in the book is world-class thinkers are selective and protective of their greatest asset, their ability to think, right? Their ability to think. So we are part of Wealth Builders Worldwide, right? Wealth Builders Worldwide is extremely focused on personal development and making sure that we have the tools to shift our thought processes. Because guess what? To move from being an employee, self-employed, and slide over to becoming a business owner and an entrepreneur and someone who is controlling their destiny more and more, there's going to be some thoughts you're going to have to replace. That's just the way it's got to be, right? Because the thoughts you had so far have taken you to where you're at right now. So you're going to want to have to shift that if you have a dream. Now, forgive me, I'm super excited today. I'm just glad to be able to speak. Listen, several days ago, I couldn't even speak. Thank you so much, Mr. Mike Johnson. I see you here hanging out with me tonight, this afternoon, right? And we'll be on class in session tomorrow morning too, right? But thank you so much, Mr. Johnson. I really do appreciate you hanging out with us tonight, this afternoon. For those of you who don't know, Mr. Mike Johnson, that's the numbers gentleman right there, boy. I'm telling you right now. Man. And yes, those books are incredible. Those books will help shape your habits of thought. And then you got to go back to those negative habits, and those positive habits reinforce those positive habits. You know, what you say about yourself, your internal dialogue is everything. Listen, I don't have this down packed. No one has this down packed. Habits of thought, this is a big topic, right? It's a huge topic. I can't even scratch the surface of this topic because there's so many different layers to this, right? There's so many different layers to this. There's your thought process that you're independently having, right? There's middle class thoughts being shot to you from the TV, right? There's middle class thoughts being shot to you from radio. There's middle class thoughts being thrown at you from all different ways, right? You just pass by someone in the gym, they're talking about something, and those thoughts might jump at you, right? Like literally, listen, habits of thought, this is a big topic. This is a lifetime. What's going on, Miss Veronica? Thanks for hanging out again. So listen, guys, we're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Twitter. I want to say everything that I'm talking about today is for the dreamer. Everything I'm talking about today is for someone who wants more out of life and wants to move in a new direction, especially for your 2022. You might want to amass more wealth. You might want to shift your thinking so that you can prepare yourself for that wealth, right? Or improving yourself so that you can handle that wealth as it comes towards you, right? Now, also, part of personal development and growth, you might want to be able to impact more people and help more people, right? There's so many ways to move towards success. It's not just one way, and it's not just one slice of the pie. So we within Wealth Builders Worldwide want to encourage you to get connected with whomever is sharing this content with you. Start challenging those thoughts. Start moving towards having those positive habits of thoughts, right? It's a day-to-day, right? It's a day-to-day. What's up, Miss Michelle? Thanks for joining. I know you're hanging out from Kenya. Listen, Miss Michelle, I shared some great information with you. You know all we do is amass wealth here. So we want you to go ahead and get that free registration completed. I know we've been chatting for a few years, Miss Michelle. So it's good to see you, and I'm very, very proud of you. I see you getting your worship on from day to day. So that's awesome to see some of the songs you're worshiping to. I love those songs, right? So listen, guys, thank you so much for hanging out today, tonight, this afternoon. I'm going to plug this book one more time because it's amazing how rich people think. It'll just boom, 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 slap you up a little bit, right? We need to be slapped up a little bit sometimes and have that shock and see a contrast of thoughts, okay? A contrast of thoughts. Nobody has all the answers, and I don't have all the answers about this habits of thoughts. It is a day-to-day renewing and challenging of your mind. And I don't make it every day, right? Just like how you're not going to make it every day, right? There might be a negative thought that comes based on something from your past. That's another big thing Mr. Best always says. Your past does not, and it's a direct quote from Anthony Robbins, but your past does not equal your future. So some of those habits of thought are going to be chained to your past. And your past is saying, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that because of your upbringing or because of what you've been exposed to. But thank goodness for books like Think and Grow Rich, especially Think and Grow Rich, a Black Choice, because it lays out all of the success journeys for people from all different challenges, right? I don't know about you, but I don't know anyone right now that is challenged through slavery to create wealth and to create independence. So hearing stories about people who had to face that and overcome, you know, there's a certain amount of gravity to that. Let me just say it like that, okay? But guys, I want to share something with you also. So we talked about habits of thought. I don't think I have any other content on that right now in my mind right now or in my heart, but definitely I want to encourage everybody on the sound of my voice and everybody who sees this on replay, right? We did a special onboard training Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to encourage everybody under the sound of my voice to go ahead and go to an amazing YouTube site called Believe TV. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the slide. I had the tremendous honor of being on that amazing panel, But I'll be honest with you, I love hearing other people's success stories. I love it. It energizes me. It energizes me a lot, right? So I was glad that I got to go first so I could hear everybody's else success story, right? But I'm going to put that on the screen right here. Go to YouTube, go to Believe TV, hashtag Team Believe, go to YouTube, right? And if you're already on YouTube, after this is finished, go to YouTube, right? And type in Believe TV, hashtag Team Believe, and you're going to see success stories from these great individuals, including Miss Tanisha Glaspie, who has a special slice of my heart, I guess, because I keep on chatting about her, right? But she's a single mom that really, really just impacted me with her success story and journey. And listen, if you got a tissue, just bring it. All right. If you got a tissue, just bring it. And Vincent Muhammad did something wrong to us Sunday also. So you bring a tissue for him too. Mr. Matthew Taylor, the wealth building gardener, he tore it up also. Miss Sharon Vicks, I'm telling you right now, to face a hurricane and have to restructure your whole life and relocate to start rebuilding success for your family and for yourself, there's nothing like it. All right. There's so much success stories. And the amazing CeCe Mahone. You don't want to miss this. It was live on Sunday, but you want to go right to that website, YouTube, and get that information. All right. You want to get back with this information. All right. And thank you for that, Mr. Johnson. Thank you. I appreciate that. But Miss Michelle, we've been chatting for a while. So, reach out to me on WhatsApp. Let's get you started because we're global. All right. We're global. We're here to support people all over the world. Literally. We had our Africa Unite webinar yesterday. What's today? Monday? Yeah, we had that yesterday. That was amazing. But thank you, everybody, for hanging out today, tonight, this afternoon. I'm going to close out by saying this again. Focusing on those habits of thought, right? Do you have any negative beliefs about money? That's probably what's holding you back from jumping in, or negative thoughts about wealthy people. What's amazing is that the wealthy individuals that we're connected to are so giving, right? Realize people are people. There's great people in all different walks of life, right? I remember going to Peru years ago in a mission trip, and there's people that are just super happy. And you're looking around their surroundings and you're like, why are they so happy? But they have full contentment in their heart, right? They have full contentment in their heart. They truly do, right? And the same is for wealthy people. There's going to be some wealthy people that, of course, misuse and abuse, right? Because people are people. And then we're surrounded by some super wealthy individuals that are pouring into us and making sure that we have all the tools needed to be successful, and it's up to us to take those steps, right? So focus on those habits of thought. Like I said, this is a big topic. Nobody's going to master it. It's day to day. It's moment by moment, and really just takes being honest with yourself so you know where you're at, okay? All right, so thank you for everybody hanging out today, tonight, this afternoon. Once again, get back with whoever's sharing this content with you. If that person is me, you go to y1income.com, get that free registration completed, and let us walk you through creating wealth, how you want to create wealth. Okay, there's several ways to create wealth within our Wealth Builders Worldwide team. All right. Oh yeah. So let me get this up here. So Mr. Mike Johnson says, hey, go to YouTube, subscribe to Believe TV, hashtag Team Believe. Listen, there's over 500 hours of content on there, right? And thank you for that, Miss Michelle. I appreciate that. All right. And thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that, brother. The numbers gentleman, Mr. Mike Johnson. All right. But thank you, everybody. Have a good day, night, afternoon. Just depends on where you're at in this awesome world we live in. We have an international business. So that's why I always say that, because we have people literally connecting from Kenya. She's over in Nairobi, and other people in Nairobi all over the world. So that's what we do here. We help people everywhere we can. All right. And we're global. So that's what we do. All right. So thank you, everybody, for hanging out. I'm going to stop closing and I'm going to really close. I will see you guys on the next live stream, which will be Thursday night. We have a special training. Forgive me, I don't have the slide tonight, but we have a special training tomorrow night. So no Daniel's Den tomorrow night because, well, I might still do Daniel's Den. We'll see. We'll see what time we end. More than likely, no Daniel's Den tomorrow night, and we'll be back Thursday night. All right. So Daniel's Den, we attempt to be live every night except for Sunday night and Wednesday night. We have a special training this Tuesday, so I'll be plugged into that. So I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Thank you so much for hanging out today, tonight, this afternoon. We'll see you next time.